France, not even close to our hotel was the University of Montpellier, founded in 1289, you would think has because of the U of M about 729 years to select a suitable sports mascot, but which doesn't seem to be the situation. Indeed, the main things are hard to predict, even for among the University of Montpellier's notable students. Nostradamus, the visionary who probably knew ahead of time when he participating in the school in 1529 which he would soon be expelled as soon as the university learned worked as a possible apothecary, or pharmacist, that was frowned upon then. The clairvoyant Nostradamus would, naturally, continue on to foresee many global events, the majority open to interpretation, such as French Revolution, Adolf Hitler, the Apollo moon landing, multiple plagues, earthquakes, wars, floods, and Miley Cyrus. But equally important are events that Nostradamus did not predict, including: in 1999, Porsche announced it'd build a SUV. In 2002, the New York Times suggested the Cayenne, because the SUV will be called, was causing much peeing of pants among Porsche loyalists, one reason being how the SUV resembled a stretched and swollen Boxster, the reporter wrote. In 2003, the Cayenne started sale, along with the world failed to end. In 2011, half the vehicles Porsche purchased from the US were Cayenne. In 2018, Porsche introduced the 2019 Porsche Cayenne Hybrid to journalists in Montpellier, just to rub Nostradamus' nose in their oversight. In 2020, the award-winning and 2013 University of Montpellier's girls team will be generally known as the Montpellier Cayenne. Or not. And while much history is included in the past 275 words, we've informed you precious little around the 2019 Porsche Cayenne Hybrid, which can be much more fun over a capsule description of it, another V6 SUV hybrid, might suggest. As it has since 2003 using the Cayenne, Porsche consistently exceeds expectations, and does so again. Yes, the Cayenne Hybrid includes a V6, the twin-scroll turbocharged 3.0-liter in the base Cayenne that pumps out a good 335 horsepower, and 332 lb-ft of torque. But the plug-in hybrid model receives a boost at a surprisingly compact electric motor, located next to the 8-speed Tiptronic S transmission, making the grand total output a sobering 455 horsepower, with 516 lb-ft. Those numbers are impressive, but while there's an undeniable improvement in power, it doesn't work well like, say, a 455 horsepower V8. This is indeed among those vehicles where, after a moment of inattention traveling, you appear down at its speedometer and go, crap. The amount of power on tap, along with the eager transmission, moves the tow and a half-ton Spritute along briskly and quietly. However, it's less invigorating than you could possibly imagine. You want invigorating? Find the new Porsche Cayenne Turbo with 541 horsepower. Of course, the Cayenne Turbo starts at $125,650, as the Cayenne Hybrid starts at $80,950, which, $ for horsepower, is pretty reasonable. That has a very long listing of standard equipment, but as anyone who's priced a Porsche, any Porsche, knows, options available. Lots and lots of options. Standard stuff includes surprisingly the Sport Chrono package, leather-trimmed seats, a 10-speaker, 150-watt head unit, the Porsche Communication Management System, front and back park assist, and airbags aplenty. If you want an exterior color aside from black or white, add $800. Standard wheels are 19-inchers. We'd like the 21-inch tires and wheels which are on all of our test Cayenne, though anticipate paying for them an extra $4,000 or over, because they come with body-colored wheel arch extensions. The standard 19-inch wheel is a reasonably handsome 5-spoke design. It doesn't look bad when you prefer to save the bucks. Porsche's website doesn't list available 22-inch tires and wheels, but company executives say they're going to offer this kind of package. Porsche's active all-wheel drive is standard, but off-roading has not been a part in the press preview program. We did a certain amount of unauthorized dirt roading on our own, and whilst the amount of ground clearance doesn't encourage it, the Cayenne hybrid needs to be fine for mild cow trailing. Any more than that, we definitely choose the stainless steel back and front skid plates $1,560. That said, Porsche didn't encourage us to look drag racing, either, but using a manufacturer's suggested 0 to 60 miles per hour duration of 4.7 seconds, a quarter-mile duration of 13.3 seconds, plus a top speed of 157 miles per hour, we probably can have done that, too. As far because the mobility equipment, things are standard with the exception of a 7.2 kilowatts onboard charger, which adds $840. The massaging seats $2,000 were interesting, but they also aren't yet available. Night vision assist $2,420 plus a head-up display $1,720 will be nice, but in the event you are just enthusiastic about adding performance, Porsche's dynamic chassis control may be valued at the $3,590, but should you want that, you'll need to get the adaptive air suspension for $2,170, too. Active rear axle steering will probably be worth $1,620, especially in case you do a great deal of parking in tight spots. An extra $660 gets you the towing package, and that has a towing capacity of the whopping 7,700 pounds, it's more than worth it. Of course, we've barely mentioned simple fact this is indeed a plug-in hybrid. There are 4 separate driving modes, EV, or electric only, H, a hybrid automatic setting that lets the engine activate as needed, and Sport Plus, those last two hold the V6 engine running continuously. Porsche showed us a bare chassis, and it's amazing how little space the 14.1 kWh power supply takes up, sitting underneath the seemingly uncompromised rear luggage floor. Porsche doesn't offer an EPA rating yet, but a European test suggests pure electrical energy will last about 27 miles. By having an all-electric top speed of 83 miles per hour, Porsche doesn't have EPA numbers within the base Cayenne using this V6 engine, therefore we can't even make a knowledgeable guess for the hybrid's numbers determined by that. The EPA rated the 2018 Cayenne S hybrid at 47 mph combined city-highway, and 22 miles per gallon combined city-highway on gasoline. The battery should recharge inside 2.3 hours, having a 230-volt, 32-amp outlet as well as the aforementioned optional 7.2 kilowatts onboard charger. Expected for taking 7.8 hours, which has a 230-volt 10-amp outlet plus the standard 3.6 kilowatts charger. The plug-in outlet is behind the flap around the driver's side rear fender. There's much the same flap around the passenger side for gasoline. On the street, it is about as seamless as hybrids get. The regenerative foot brake, since it often does, leads to an odd pedal feel. Nevertheless, the more you drive it, the less it annoys you. Steering feel can use a little work, though. On the mostly smooth roads around Montpellier, the Cayenne's ride was supple, never punishing on even roughest pavement we encountered. On tight turns, the 5.060-pound hybrid, that's 683 pounds heavier compared to the base Cayenne, seemed a bit under-tiered. Inside, the hybrid just the right amount of electro-information, It doesn't club you within the head with pointed suggestions that you might be wasting energy. Nevertheless, you can monitor how you're doing. The instrument panel is modern and viewer-friendly, as well as the big, mostly horizontal center screen is an efficient focal point throughout the dashboard. This is an easy vehicle to have comfortable with, something we haven't been able to say about Porsches. Even without the massage function, front seats are comfy and supportive, with room inside back for 3 actual adults. Outside, this third-generation Cayenne is regarded as the handsome in the 3, looking next to nothing like the stretched and swollen Boxster that so offended the New York Times 16 in years past. We'll permit you to decide how the acid green Porsche's term, it's sort of the sickly lime brake calipers look, however they do at the very least match the acid green backing on emblems inside, outside, and in some cases under the hood on the car, a lone highlight on the big black plate of plastic. Porsche's mum on sales projections. Nevertheless, it doesn't take Nostradamus to predict the 2019 Porsche Cayenne hybrid ought to do quite well. It goes discounted later in 2010, with deliveries expected at the start of 2019. 2019 Porsche Cayenne hybrid specifications. Fall 2018. Price: $80,950 base. Engine: 3.0 liters turbocharged Dock 24-valve V6 335 HP at 5,3006, 400 revolutions per minute, 332 lb-ft at 1,3405, 300 revolutions per minute. Motor: 134 horsepower, 295 lb-ft. Combined output: 455 horsepower, 516 lb-ft. Battery: Li-ion 14. 1 kWh. Transmission: 6-speed dual-clutch automatic. Layout: 4-door, 5-passenger, front engine, FWD SUV. EPA mileage: Na. EPA max EV range: 27 miles. 240 volts charge time: 2.37.8 hours estate. LXWXH: 193.7 by 78.1 by 66.8 inches, wheelbase. 114.0 inches, weight. 5,060 pounds, 060 miles per hour, 4.7 seconds, top speed. 157 miles per hour.